Hey, I am going to share a secret with you. Out of the store, I have always had these spiced nuts, and they are so good. But honestly, with prices and stuff today, when I make them, I don't make very much on them. So I thought I'm just going to share it. That way, you guys can make these at home. And so these will not be sold at the store, but this is my recipe. So, these things are just so good just to set and eat. But they're also good like on sweet potatoes, or if you wanted to chop some up and put them on your sweet potato, excellent. So what I'm gonna do is I take 4 cups of nuts. Now you can do all pecans if that's what you like, or all walnuts, or all almonds, or mix them up, do a little bit of each. I do 2 cups of each, so I've already have those in there. So what I'm gonna do now is take one of my little chicken's eggs, and I need to get the white out of it. This one had a lot of white. Now, what I have to do, and this takes a while to do, I am going to get this frothy. So I'm going to whisk it. Can you see it, Kaylee?
A little bit. It's clear still, so it's hard to see.
Yeah. You kind of want to break that up because you want it to coat all of the nuts. So the process is you're breaking up your egg white so it's not a globby mess. But you want a little bit of froth. That's what makes them extra crunchy. Sometimes people are like, hey, yours are just so crunchy. I don't know how to do that. Well, this is why. You just have to do work on your egg whites here. Making lots of noise today. Kaylee, she is, how many weeks pregnant?
They're almost 36.
Almost 36, but went to the doctor today and looks like maybe next week, maybe the week after, but probably next week it looks like we may be getting another baby. So we are all thrilled with that. So if you don't see any videos for a while, it may be because she's gone into labor and she's not out here to film for me, because that's kind of her role. Okay, once you get it where it's got a little bit of frothiness to it, I'm going to add in a teaspoon, if I can find one teaspoon, of vanilla to my egg white. I'm going to mix that in there. And then I want to pour that over the nuts. Let me get a spatula. You don't want to waste any of that. You need every little bit of it. The nice thing about this, if you want to do big batches, typically if I was doing it for the store, or like for my family, if I wanted to send some home with everybody, I typically do 8 cups at one time. And you just double the recipe and you are good to go. So I'm gonna make sure these are really coated. I don't want any dry ones. Okay, and now we start adding, and this is so simple. I've had my oven preheating to 250 degrees and it's very low, and that's a good thing. But I use almost a cup of sugar. It's kind of like, wow, lots of sugar. And I'm going to use a teaspoon of salt. That's very important. It makes it really delicious. And then here's where you can have some fun with it. I'm going to use the spice. I'm going to use 2 teaspoons of cinnamon because that's my favorite. But sometimes I use, if I want to have a little bit of a different flavor palette, I will do maybe 1 teaspoon of cinnamon and 1 teaspoon of pumpkin pie spice, or you can do all pumpkin pie spice if you love it. It's really good on these nuts. So once I have that done, that is literally it. And I am going to mix them up. Make sure they're all coated with the sugar and the cinnamon. Whoop, flying out of here. And they should be really nice and coated. Okay. So now I'm going to get there's one that escaped from me. I'm gonna get a cooking sheet, baking sheet, You can't use parchment paper or any kind of silicone mat or anything like that. You just need the cookie sheet or the bake sheet, and I'm gonna lightly spray it with some cooking spray. Get all of that on there. Even if there's a little bit of the stuff, then throw that on top. And I want a single layer. Just keep pushing it around till you get a single layer. And then I simply put it in the oven for an hour. And every 20 minutes, I go in with a spatula and I mix them around. It really doesn't like burn or stick on the bottom or nothing like that. But I just like to make sure they're all getting toasted. And that is literally it. So we'll be back in just a second. Well, not a second, but once they've cooked, and we'll be right back to you. All right, you can see they are so good. Can you see that?
Mm-hmm.
They are excellent. Let them cool and they get really crunchy and crispy. I don't know which I like better. I think it's I don't know. Pecans probably are my favorite.
Same.
But so good. What do you think, KK?
No, they're so good.
I knew she liked
I
them.
think it'd be good on ice cream too.
Oh, good call. Brownies. If you chop these up, oh my goodness, it'd be so good. So, well, let me just knock some things over. Have fun with these. These are going to be a favorite, I promise you. And this will be a great gift. You could put these in a jar with, put some ribbon on the top and some Christmas decorations, and people would love them for a Christmas gift. So make these, enjoy them. Let me know what you think, and we will see you later or out at the farm.